My name's Wheatstone Holmes, and I was born at the right time to grow up along with the video game industry. I've seen a lot.
Mirror thing. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. Hello, America. I am talking to you from the future.
But I haven't seen it all. That's what I'm counting on. Now I do voices for games, play games, and review games. This is the Hideout.
Batman.
I'm glad you came.
Batman Arkham Knight for PC has gotten horrible reviews online because of bad optimization. In fact, at the time of the making of this video, sales of the game were suspended until Warner Brothers could fix the frame rate problems. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that happen on Steam before. Oh no, my game is dropping in frame rate. First world problems. A patch did come out on June 27, 2015 that fixed or helped fix some of the problems people have been reporting.
Batman, just want to say it's good to have you on board.
Nvidia even had a day one game-ready graphics driver, but it didn't help in some people's cases. For me, with or without the patch or special driver, the game worked just fine. I just upgraded from a GTX 460 with 1 GB of video memory, so I'm used to some stuttering, especially when running in 3D. That's not to say the game-ready driver and the patch didn't help. They did, actually. What you will be seeing on this video is stereoscopic 3D at 1920 by 1080, running on a GTX 660 card with 2 GB of video memory. The game is also installed on a solid-state hard drive. It's running on Windows 8 Pro 64, if that matters to anyone. Some of the video captures were made at the default 30 frames per second, and the rest were captured after I tweaked the BM system settings INI file to 60 frames per second. I'm using TriDef 3D drivers, generic profile, Power 3D on. I tried Power 3D off and the game is slowed to about half the speed, but it works. It's just that the 3D looks strange with Power 3D off, so I turned it on, and it looks as good as it can get until TriDef supports the game with a profile. Because my graphics card only meets the minimum spec for this game, I kept the graphics setting at the recommended low settings, but it still has all the flashy light effects, rain, debris, collapsing scenery objects, etc. I will not be doing a before and after patch comparison. In fact, the videos with 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, patch and non-patch, will all be mixed up. But I just want to show you what you can expect from the game in 3D. And now, for the game itself.
Could have been a rat or something.
Batman's new fighting moves make for the smoothest and coolest looking fight scenes in a Batman game yet. Along with the familiar moves and the familiar utility belt gadgets, Batman has a new device in his arsenal. The Batmobile. The Batmobile is a car, a tank, a remote control ally in battle, and more. You'll be using it to solve problems, blow up walls, and just generally look as cool a bat as you can possibly be. In battle mode, the Batmobile can be maneuvered in tight spaces, even on the rooftops. Up on the roof. Oops, sorry. I hope you didn't need that. Don't mind me. And you can use the electronic winch to pull yourself up the wall. The detective mode scene reconstruction is carried over from Batman Arkham Origins, and is cool, but kinda slows the game down, but not in terms of frame rate loss.
I need to examine the reconstruction.
One of the most impressive things so far is the 3D city overview. Batman throws his Batarang into the air and it flies through Gotham, and it floats above the city so you can track down enemy radio signals. And when you're done, the Batarang flies down, into the city, and all the way to Batman's waiting hand. an amazing demo of today's video game technology. People that don't play this game in 3D will probably think all of this is pre-rendered, but no, the entire city is three-dimensionally represented. Amazing. And talking about 3D, there's even a Riddler puzzle that's 3D, literally. The story so far is pretty good, with lots of the what the feeling Batman Arkham City provided. I like the Joker's story arc that ran through Batman Arkham City.
Alfred, I want the Arkham Knight's name.
Without giving away the plot, one of the goals in Arkham Knight is to jail supercriminals at GCPD in special containment cells.
You know these walls won't hold me for long.
The first part of the game involves jailing Poison Ivy. This is almost the first thing you do, so I don't feel this is a spoiler.
Honestly, why do you even bother with these meat sacks?
The story centers around the Scarecrow.
Do you really think you've won?
But remember, there could be flashbacks or Scarecrow's drug-induced nightmares. Get it? Nightmares?
Pauline?
Sorry.
Is that you again?
So if you see things here that you think are spoilers, they might not be. They might not even be real.
Guess we got him scared.
Voice acting is great as usual.
You say something?
Kevin Conroy is Batman again.
Get your men ready.
The Scarecrow voice, performed by John Noble, sounds like Vincent Price. And Mark Hamill returns as the voice of the Joker in those scenes I mentioned that might not be reality.
You've got to tell him it's your fault at some point, Bats.
Batman Arkham Knight so far is pretty fun to play, and it is supposed to contain about 22 hours of content at the minimum. The current price for the game is about $60 US, and I would say you get a lot of entertainment value for the asking price. I have seen some people have purchased the deluxe edition that goes for $89 or $99. I don't know if I'd go that far. I'll wait and buy a season pass or some other add-on package when it's a lot cheaper. I did get the Harley Quinn story add-on, but it only costs $2 more, so I figured, yeah, I'll take that. So in closing, if you liked any of the past Arkham games, you'll like this one too. Give it a shot. The Batmobiles will be waiting for you, Master Bruce.
I'll do this on my own.